We're using parallel time-space folding technology. You guys are on a regular parallel Earth, spreading ancient myths before dispersal, plunging Earth's civilization into the dark Middle Ages, wasting hundreds of years. This is what you've given the number 1559. The Bluebird project you've cooked up. The Ethics Committee believes your actions have interfered with others in parallel universes. The natural evolution of human civilization. The Council of Ovu has come up with a solution. J. Moss, you know our organization has a long history. As a former Level 5 researcher, you should also know we have some serious firepower. The trouble you caused isn't that big of a deal. Come clean. There might still be a chance for a lighter sentence. So, before I lose my patience, you better tell me the truth. Spreading ignorance on Earth in a parallel timeline, besides satisfying some personal twisted pleasure, it won't change the fate of the Earth you're on. I just don't see the point in all this. As you wish, sir. I'll cooperate with the investigation. But before that, have you ever heard of the Classic of Mountains and Seas? Of course. The Classic of Mountains and Seas was the first containment file compiled by the precursor to the organ. It's the original record of programming. This is also the source of all those ignorant myths of yours. Isn't it ignorant to believe in myths? If you trust the work of the predecessors of the organization, then everything recorded in the Classic of Mountains and Seas should all be true. For example, the light depiction of the easy learning number 99. It's highly likely that it's modern file number 3159. This file contains a small bird in light blue and white during the night and throughout the Zhou dynasty, active near the Yangtze River basin. Legends of the celestial region. Legend has it that this bird dances in the sky every spring twilight. It will fly in the sky. His appearance. It arouses the curiosity of the local residents towards the sky, causing a sudden increase in the number of people observing the sky at the same time. The drama increases as we discover many concepts about the universe in Chinese civilization, including constellations and numerous cosmic myths, even including the earliest astronomical works in Chinese history. Gan Shi Xing Jing might all be related to this bird, triggering human curiosity about the sky and the universe. However, even though humans today have ventured into outer space, we still have no idea what this little blue bird is. Many people even doubt if it really exists. The theory you propose cannot be proven and cannot be confirmed or denied. I used to think like you too. But everything I saw in the parallel universe is why I now firmly believe in its reality. Dr. Johnson, you know, people are always influenced by their surroundings, twisting everything unrelated into a false reality, piecing together a self-righteous truth. Take yourself, for example, spreading rumors of the bluebird in a parallel universe, forcing your own beliefs on others, pinning it on someone else. Everything about the bluebird is just a fantasy. Starting with your 94th great-grandfather. He was once a historian in Chu Kingdom, the first person in our civilization to record the bluebird. They're also a group of creators known as the 99 Founders. Your ancestor believed that. In his second year as the official historian, bluebirds began appearing frequently in the night sky. And he recorded all of this in the Medical Society's main examination, and left behind what seemed to be detailed and rigorous observation records. And not just your 94th ancestor, your great-grandfather. Both your grandfather and father have worked for the organization. Your whole family has been involved too. Research on the bluebird. They even gave him a modern code. CN 1559, you guys are a wild bunch in the family history. And you, not even satisfied with those grand fantasies, trying to satisfy your imagination by altering parallel universes, to fulfill your desires, or exceed your diary. It says it right here. Ever since I was little, my dad mentioned more than once about the bluebird. He always talked about the bluebird being as lively as flames, fluttering with blue feathers. He always said, when we go farther and reach the stars in the future, the bluebird will be waiting for us there. No, our childhood days. It doesn't get more normal than having these emotions. Those years, the speed at which humans are leaving Earth is beyond imagination. Space exploration. Almost every day, there's some amazing news. That's the beginning of the interstellar wandering era, the golden age of aerospace technology development. I love hearing legends related to the stars. I know the countless stars in the sky belong to the East. All across the sky are the hero ships of the West. I know the Milky Way was created by the Queen Mother to separate the cowherd and the weaver. She split the sky with it. I know that the Crimson Antares in Greek mythology is the heart of Hera's scorpion. And of course, I also know the story of the bluebird. Maybe you were more obsessed than you remember. We looked into it. In the homework you handed to your teacher, you drew a little bluebird. You drew a little bluebird on the door at home. Even the rebellious novel you wrote in high school. The main character was called Whispering Sword Saint. But at the same time, as the child of the lead researcher for CN 1559, you began to realize that the bluebird wasn't real. Just a beautiful mirage. It's something you have to accept. A harsh reality that you can't quite accept. So you do all of this. Just simulate it on another parallel Earth. The so-called bluebird. Just to fulfill a childhood fantasy. Do you think I'm right? Of course not. Everyone has childhood fantasies. We all know how fragile that fantasy can be. Back in high school days, I had already come back to reality. That's when China had just completed the era of the lunar landing project. In front of that bridge, called the SATs, I started to feel anxious about the future, because in those decades, the changes in the world were just too vast. It seemed like just a snap of the fingers. We have already bid farewell to the Earth where we survived for tens of thousands of years, and embarked on the painful journey of group survival. I used to be full of yearning for space. But when it really arrived, I just realized how huge he is and how tiny we are. I actually studied astrophysics in the history of Earth. But that doesn't matter whose ideals anymore. It was just during those years when China's aerospace industry was booming. These few boring sky majors suddenly became popular. Just for a job. Yes, just a job. It was an era ruled by anxiety. The cosmic gates have just swung wide open. Everything hurtling forward on Earth. Yet everyone feels like strangers in their own world. This planet just can't give us the answers anymore. I know this perplexing time in human history. Humans can't find the answers in the present. So they start flipping through the pages of the past. Their answers are written in the stars. Yes, it's a masterpiece, written by the Chu poet Chu Yuan. But from his time until China's moon landing, the discussion about the heavens never stopped. It's from here that we can finally be sure, since our goal is the stars and the sea. Who cares where he's headed? Let's go right now. This journey is far more important than the so-called destination. Even more important. However, these discussions, often accompanied by that mysterious bluebird. From the time of the Warring States, there were spirit birds, stretching all the way to the rainy days of the Jin Dynasty. Even China's first airplane engineer, Feng Ru, has said, the search for the dream of the heavens begins with the bluebird. Maybe the robots are just like you. Even believed it was the bluebird that created the rise of the human empire today. That's exactly right. Without the bluebird, there would be no humanity today. So you're admitting it, huh? From your childhood memories, Ginger Nation. To you, everything now seems to be pointing towards a possibility. That you are based on an arrogant understanding. In a strange parallel world, spontaneously creating the legend of the bluebird. I'm curious, what exactly makes you so persistently skeptical? Let's start by talking about Dr. Jian. As the head of parallel time-space folding technology, why did you set the experiment time at the point where the bluebird appears? Because our initial plan was to take a chance with this time difference. As the experiment concludes, let's see if we can observe the bluebird that appeared on the palace in the capital of Chu Kingdom 6,000 years ago. The key feature of parallel space-time folding technology is he can erase the time difference between parallel universes. Two universes, the temporal coordinate difference for the same spatial seat, can reach a maximum of -6,000 Earth years. In other words, when we travel to parallel universes, the actual destination potential, 6,000 Earth years ago in a parallel space-time, in most parallel universes, are consistent at some key moments. So we've chosen the year 324 BC as the target time for exploration, ready to use optical stealth technology to make the spacecraft invisible, hidden in Earth's atmosphere, and using the most discreet nuclear propulsion engine. We took inspiration from previous aircraft designs for the overall look. We've designated this aircraft model as the F-27. The issue with the AG-99 lies right here. Past aircraft were all based on designs from the Bluebird, and you guys are the first to cross over into that parallel universe. We have research data on the AG-99 here. We also have files on the Bluebird from both universes. They're pretty much identical. They both contain a line like this. The tail of the Bluebird is as delicate as orchid petals. You just mentioned that as well. For the sake of the screen, when AG-99 flies in the atmosphere, they will use ancient, legitimate statistics. If the spaceship's optical stealth system is shut down, it means the nuclear reactor will produce observable light. And one of the most famous is the Cherenkov radiation. That is, high-energy particles released during the nuclear reaction. A blue-gray light produced when cutting through the air. These phenomena are assumed to be visible from the ground. Just a hint of a shadowy blue hue in the mist, a visible turquoise. In other words, as long as the AG-9 appears in the sky above Earth, ancient people on the ground likely mistook it for a big bull. Similarly recorded as the canister ascended 90,000 miles. We're talking about the tail cloud of AG-99. The pure white wings match the color of the wing coating. All these descriptions point to one thing, and that's you guys trying to fake the existence of the Bluebird with AG-99. But what if we're not the only ones with AG-99 present? So far, there's still only one AG-99, the one you guys drove away. Yes, that's not just our only time travel plane. It's also our first experiment. But the whole story is actually like this. Everything went really smoothly on the day of the experiment. AG Uncle immediately completed his first solo flight. We soon appeared in Chu, country's airspace. And soon we saw Qingdao. Yes, you heard that right. We saw the Bluebird. And what completely caught us off guard was, the Bluebird is not any kind of living creature. It's actually an aircraft. The shape resembles a triangle. The tail leaves a vapor trail, High magnification reveals its mechanical structure resembles a stationary alien aircraft. This aircraft is almost identical to ours. Even the markings on the fuselage. The markings are a perfect match. That's another AG-99 for sure. This strange AG-99. Not even using optical camouflage. So what you're saying is, you were driving the AG-99 with optical camouflage. Saw a non-camouflaged AG-99. There's no evidence to back up your claims. Because according to records from parallel universes, there's a plane in the sky. We're definitely on the right track with this move. Why should I believe you the real deal when it comes to invisibility? Are you just spinning me a tall tale? Trying to tell me it's not you guys spreading the myths? It's another ship that's behind it all. I never knew where AG-99 came from. Someone out there is up to something, intentionally altering human history in parallel universes. That's right. Intentionally altering. That's the truth I've been trying to tell you. There never was a bluebird. What we have are just different AG balls from parallel universes. What do you mean? Take a look at this footage. If you don't believe me, let's take some photos and videos of that AD-99. Sure. Now you might think all of this is fake, but we also try to communicate with that AG-99. They rejected our request for communication, but they still gave us 2 pieces of information. One of them was just 1 sentence. Welcome to ignite humanity's own history. And the other one is this video below. Hello, fellow travelers of parallel universes. We come from the same organization as you. Explored our universe in the same way. Our Earth. It's just that we started earlier than you did. 6,000 years too early. Through the incredible AJ-99 stellar time-space Voyager. Our Earth History Institute discovered the AJ-99 itself, while flying in Earth's atmospheric environment. Observed from the ground its appearance. Raised a big question mark about the technology inside. As per the findings of our Earth History Institute, if our own universe didn't have the bluebird, or rather, wasn't visited by, AJ Kong from another parallel universe has already explored it. So, the time for humanity to become an economic civilization. And if we haven't explored other parallel universes, the human race in that universe would take at least 4,266 years longer than our universe. You and I should both know about interstellar exploration helped us avoid a catastrophic fate that increasingly threatens Earth. No matter if we choose to wander among the stars, the anomaly will not disappear. It will only come as scheduled. But if we lose these precious 4,000 years, can we still prolong civilization by leaving Earth and continue living? We are glad to see you come approve. Just another average day in the universe for us. Starting to give up our precious time and energy. Helping our other selves in poorer universes. And in our universe's power. It's all from a foundation in another parallel universe. Visited the Earth in our current universe. Their spaceship appeared in the skies above the land of the Mountain Dynasty. Ever since then, roaming the ancient land of China for centuries. Only leaving when the clarion call of unification sounded. Their shadow, incarnated as a youth in American civilization, became the messenger of the Queen of the West, bringing celestial knowledge to mankind, wisdom and epic tales. We can find similar shadows and legends from all around the world, like the silhouette of ancient Egypt, the Great Wall of India, the Valkyries of the North, Greek Icarus. These miraculous dances in the sky, sprinkled seeds of galaxy fantasies around the world. And today, these seeds have finally grown into the world tree, supporting the human celestial empire. But our mission is not over yet. Once we inherited from our ancestors and from other stellar civilizations in the flat universe, where the dream of asking the sky, sown by the bluebird, is passed down. Now we're traveling through parallel dimensions. The universe-famous blue giant fire, also passed on to us from the Bluebirds Conference. We created Chang'e. The jade rabbit created the sky. Gong Guanghan created the three horizontal angels, created Ziwei Beichen, and today we will create the bluebird. We're about to step into another universe, the path we've already walked. Like other civilizations in the cosmos just beginning to bloom, humans of that era themselves, transmitting the book series from the heavenly pavilion. That is the call to conquer the stars. Did you get it? If all of this is true, in other words, the creator of the bluebird is none other than us. It's us ourselves. Or rather, it's ourselves from a parallel universe. Yes, and they're inviting us right now. Or should I say, encouraging us to embark on this path. The path that all humankind will inevitably choose. That is to transform AG-99 into a young bird. Transform into those ancient myths, traveling back and forth in countless parallel universes, becoming the guiding star of another Earth civilization. Just as they said, they are welcoming us. Ignite the history of humanity itself.